Head of the Department, Next Specialty Radiology Department. Dr. B. R. Goel. Dr. Balwant Singh, Director and Director Group, Ex-President IMLOE. Dr. Balwant Singh. Dr. Brajendra Singh. Dr. Brajendra Singh. Okay. Dr. Brajendra. Dr. K.C. Tamaria. Dr. K.C. Tamaria.
Viewers, good evening. This is indeed a very splendid evening. We are here at the DMA house and at the Medicon Felicitation dinner. What an event! And I have the proud privilege to introduce to you Dr. Prakash Lalchandani, who is a seasoned healthcare stalwart, and he's also the State Secretary of the Delhi Medical Association. So Dr. Lalchandani, first of all, welcome. And at the very outset, I would like to know the core objective of DMA, the core responsibilities of the Delhi Medical Association.
Greetings from the Delhi Medical Association. Like any other association, the purpose of the association is to take care of the welfare of the members. This is the prime motive and prime purpose of any association for that matter. So similar to this, we also have responsibilities to the welfare of the members. Any problems or any harassment or any suffering of a member is our suffering. So we look after them.
So are you primarily hinting at vandalism, the attacks on doctors?
Yes.
Because that is of paramount concern.
In present times, yes, the violence against the medical profession is one of the most prime concerns affecting the fraternity. So this is our main concern as of now. And second concern is inclusion of medical services in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. This is also very important to us. These are the two issues which are very close to my heart, and we'll look forward to addressing them in the coming year.
So you see, the one question that comes to mind instantly is that how far has the DMA been successful in addressing this very grave issue of attacks on doctors who are unquestionably considered as angels in white robes. So, and of course, the role that our doctors played as COVID warriors during the pandemic was extraordinary. So, in such a scenario, so how has the DMA been successful so far in coping with this very grave issue?
See, DMA is in constant endeavor of pursuing these matters. We have met Delhi Police Commissioner on this regard. We have met the National Task Force constituted by the Supreme Court in this regard, violence against medical profession. The other DMA filed the most voluminous intervening application in the Supreme Court in response to the RG Kar rape and murder case, because that was also the part of the violence spectrum. So DMA is doing its bit, and DMA is organizing and participating in various protests, dharnas, marches, candlelight marches, and involving all the sections of the fraternity in these protest marches and making them aware of the issue.
Right, sir. So Dr. Lalchandani, one very pertinent question that again needs the attention of all the stakeholders is that ever since DMA came into being, and it has been many decades now, 1914, it's a long time, and then so first of all, what have been the major accomplishments, and second, what are the two main issues, the contentious issues or the burning issues that your core team members would like to put forth before the ruling dispensation, the central government as well as the state government?
Yes, you have already said so. The Delhi Medical Association is an old body. Let me put it here. Delhi Medical Association was founded in 1914 with only 23 members. and now we have more than 17,000 life members in this association. So we are fairly a big body.
So when you say 17,000 plus members, that means all from Delhi?
Yes, all from Delhi. Obviously, we have got 13 branches in Delhi, the different areas, like IIT East Delhi branch, Dwarka branch, Rohini branch, North Zone branch, South Delhi branch. So we have 13 branches. And as far as accomplishments are concerned, from 1940, participating in the national freedom struggle, in various pandemics, participating in various pandemics. We were the instrumental in Pulse Polio program, in success of the Pulse Polio program. And
eradication.
Eradication, yes. And smallpox eradication. It's happened in 1970. And now, lately in the COVID pandemic, Delhi Medical Association and its members play a pivotal role in doing the needful and for the society.
Very nice. So that was Dr. Prakash Lalchandani, and we wish him the very best in all the endeavors that DMA undertakes in times to come. And there is no second thought that we are all very proud of our healthcare stalwarts and our doctors. Thank you, sir, so much.
Concluding this conversation, I appeal to the society to be more considerate towards the doctors, because no doctor would like to harm its patients. It is always a disease and its course which damages, which harms the patient or which takes the life away. No doctor would like to harm its patient. So,
in absolute agreement, sir.
My request to entire society is to be considerate, be knowledgeable, and
of course,
help us to fight the disease.
Absolutely. And of course, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Please, pleasure. I have the proud privilege to be welcoming Dr. Naresh Chawla, and for this very interactive session. And for the benefit of the viewers, Dr. Naresh Chawla is the Vice President of the Delhi Medical Council, DMC, and the past President of Delhi Medical Association. What an honor for us, sir, first of all, and what a glorious event being celebrated here on the eve of New Year's, the Medicon felicitation ceremony at the DMA House, Daryaganj, New Delhi. So, foremost of all, Dr. Chawla, the question that I'm sure a lot of viewers would be interested to know from you is what have been the accomplishments of the Delhi Medical Association when you were the president?
We have always felt doctors are essentially not only as doctors, as clinicians. They are the medical leaders, and medical leaders not only for nothing, for the health issues. The individual doctor, whatever he practices as medicine, counts as one. But when the many issues, be it the eradicating the quacks from the face of Delhi, be it the many issues which concern the health issues of Delhi, many.
Attack on doctors.
Can you imagine the essential role of medicine is the primary medicine. What is primary medicine? Telling people that not only taking medicines and pills is the end of the show. It is safe hygiene, safe menstruation, safe getting medicines, safe nutrition, safe many issues. We are in the Google age. So one of the biggest aims of Delhi Medical is to the disinformation which goes in social media, we have to oppose that. Apart from that, every doctor in India, not only in Delhi, has the right to practice medicine with dignity, without any fear of assault. If I become a doctor, I fear that I should not see a patient because he may attack me. That will be the first part of it. So we make sure at Delhi Medical Association, our members, which is a community of more than 20 to 25,000 doctors of all modern medical system, who are consultants in corporate hospitals, who are general practitioners, who are specialists, who are the doctors in charitable hospitals. They all do one thing, and they intend only one thing: advise the patients good thing plus tell the patients about nutrition, about hygiene, about good medical practices. That is what will make our Delhi a healthy city and India a better place to live. And we all mean that only. For that, we have attacks from many quarters. We have attacks from the mixopathy. The Ayurveda doctor saying that we have to right to practice allopathy. We do not support that. We only say one thing, that we have three medical systems: modern medical system, Ayurveda medical system, and homeopathy. We advocate only one thing, that let each one practice according to his system medicine. So we are a strong proponent of that. So I like to appeal to the viewers, follow your system, but follow your doctor, adopt a family doctor. I am 44 years into medical practice in North Delhi, but I always tell my patient, follow your doctor's advice, don't be guided by social media, don't be guided by the stupid advice of Google. You'll be losing. That's what our aim is, and we do it at a collective social level.
So very well articulated, Dr. Chawla. So when you are referring to mixopathy, and you also mentioned the three modern medicine systems, namely the allopathy, the homeopathy and the Ayurveda. So when you talk about mixopathy, are you referring to some other besides these three?
I refer only to the three systems only. What is happening is that lots of Ayurvedic practitioners, they are not practicing pure Ayurveda, they are largely giving allopathic medicines. So I think there should be, we are asking for a law at the national level, whereby each should be advised to stick to his system, the system of which he is educated for. And the second law which we are advocating is, the doctor should be allowed to practice medicine without any fear of assault. मैं 100 पेशेंट देखता हूँ, मेरे 99 पेशेंट ठीक हो गए, एक खराब हो गया, उस पर अटैक हो गया, तो कल तो मैं डर जाऊंगा. I'll resort to defensive practicing. I'll refuse patients. मुझे लगा ये पेशेंट खराब है, मैं कहूँ आप चले जाओ यहाँ से. So there was even in the Corona times, we had a law, we had a rule that doctors should not be attacked for that. So we, the practitioners of modern medical system, are asking for a law at national level whereby all doctors should be practicing medicine without any fear of assault, which demoralizes them and which at times practically asks them to shut their door. Many doctors in Delhi are seeking, they refuse patients at night. They refuse patients of emergency because they feel अगर आउटकम गलत हो गई तो मुझ पे अटैक हो जाएगा. मैं चाहता हूं कि इस आपके मीडिया के माध्यम से आप लोगों को अपील करूं, डॉक्टरी की जो कमियां क्या हैं, हम जिंदगी से खेल रहे हैं, उसमें इतनी कमियां होती हैं कि हम कभी बचा नहीं पाते. वो गलती डॉक्टर की नहीं है, वो गलती कंडीशन की है, नेचर की है. काइंडली लेट द डॉक्टर practitioner with his ability to do his best. That will be the best for the society and for our ever-growing India also.
So can't agree more with you, Dr. Chawla, here, because there is no second thought that assault on doctors is the last thing we ever imagined, even in the weirdest of dreams.